Alrighty y'all, this is World Class Jerk, bringing you episode 2 of Astroneer. And in the last one, if you watched it, you know I could not find a freaking medium generator. I could not find a medium generator no matter what I did, and that made me mad. So what I did is I went and I gathered 8 medium generators out of rage alone. Now, I know what you're thinking, alright? World Class Jerk, how is 8 generators ever going to be practical? Why would you need that many generators in any situation? Well, I'll tell you why. Anyways, today's go, as stated in the last episode, was going to be to go to Glacio, and given my project between episodes, power certainly won't be an issue there. So it being in episode 2 and all, I didn't want to bore you guys with any more bytes gathering or crafting or any of that crap, so since I got all that out of the way, it begs the question, what would a sensible person take to Glacio? And I can't answer that, so I'm just going to show you what I would bring. And it is there are way cheaper ways to do this, and I'm sure you can figure it yourself, no problem, but really all you need to know is that the goal is to get a soil centrifuge as fast as possible, because if you think about it, everything you really need is tethers. That's all you need. Soil centrifuge is the fastest way to get compound reliably. It is extremely important that you get one of those on there, and then at that point you've pretty much got what you can qualify as a starter base. But I'm bringing 2 medium platforms, one for a medium generator, and the other for the medium printer. Okay? We're going to have these connected together, the medium generator powering the printer. The printer is going to craft a soil centrifuge out of these items right here, and this is the power for the generator. You want to bring that beforehand because you cannot smelt without the smelter, obviously. Then the oxygenator, of course, for oxygenator reasons, and the if I could grab it, beacon, because it's just nice to have one, because you can memorize where it is if you don't feel like making a beacon, but I don't really care to just go down there and get a quartz real quick. But yes, these are the items you want. This is why you want them, because this gets you to the soil centrifuge, and as stated before, you do want to get the soil centrifuge. That is the go here. But, very important, if you do things your own way, if you do things differently from me, there's one thing you absolutely do not want to get different, okay? And that is that you absolutely need to bring in aluminum, because getting an aluminum while there is simply not worth the effort. It is not hard at all to get aluminum on this planet. It is absolutely everywhere in the caves. You will be wasting your time by getting aluminum on Glacio when you could just get it here and bring it with you for the soil centrifuge. Anyways, I'm going to blast off now. Y'all see me when I'm there. Alright, so it doesn't really matter where you land if you bring your beacon, but if you don't bring one, I suggest either choosing the very right position on the planet or the very left position. That way you can memorize it by that. But I'm not going to cut any of this out, and the reason I'm not going to cut it out is because I want to show you how daggum convenient it is when you have so much power as the medium generator. I usually just have one medium generator because I didn't realize how easy it is to gather multiple. I mean, I got 8, and it did take a while, but it only took a while because I was stupid about it and didn't do tethers the whole time. I thought I could run out with oxygen filters and still be efficient, and I got lost. But if you're normal and you don't screw everything up in the most inconvenient way possible, there's no challenge at all to getting a bunch of medium generators. Then all you gotta do is unlock the packager, and you can take one with you, very compact like, just in your inventory. Now, the whole go, again, because I cannot stress this enough, you want a soil centrifuge. And the soil centrifuge is absolutely OP. Not as OP as it used to be, back when it was called the mineral extractor, if any of you have played back then. That thing was an absolute beast. But, skipping the step, because usually what I would do, and that's what I did in my last series if you were unfortunate enough to see that, I actually started with the small printer and got most of what I need to here. But taking stuff with you like this, I realized today, is definitely the way to go, because it's absolutely legendary as far as speed is concerned, because 9 units of power is a force to be reckoned with, okay? Otherwise, you're dealing with a small generator, and sure, you don't have to smelt the organic first, but you're dealing with 2 units of power versus 9. They cannot be compared, not in any way, shape, or form. The medium generator, for multiple reasons, now namely the fact that it got me to Glacio here, working properly, is absolutely a staple for the beginning of the game, in my opinion. I can absolutely say it is my favorite power source for the early game because it's just so easy to get. Alright guys, what it boils down to is I did a very stupid thing, alright? You really do need to think these things through first, but luckily for you, my mistakes, well, I'm pretty much time traveling, okay? When I edit this video, I will be able to warn you in time that I screwed up, okay? Add these here items to what you bring to Glacio, and you should be good. If I screw up again, you won't see this part of the video. So, now that you have these, because I mistaked one of these when they was packaged for medium platform B. Okay? Large platform B, rather. The reason I should have brought more compound, or carbon, and it was just a mess. Everything I did was stupid. So, think things through. That's first rule of survival games, I suppose. Definitely want to think things through, because not thinking things through results in something stupid like that. It even ruined my presentation. Okay, I was going to not cut anything out or any of that, and then I realized that there was not a platform. My generator was almost out of fuel. I mean, making one mistake's one thing, but I screwed up on the double. Alright, look, anyways, guys, all that talk about how easy this would be, that really would be true if it wasn't such a lie. No, I zoned out, look. Okay, if you appropriately get the items you need first, no problem at all. This would shoot up no problem. It doesn't bother me to get a second thruster, but I could understand not wanting to have to do that, so going back and forth, it's just a waste of time. It's stupid. So if you gather those resources, you only have to come here and then leave, and you can come back without having to bring anything special. Always useful, always great, because if you can return with empty storage, you can bring a crap ton of iron back, or whatever else this planet has, because I actually don't know. I think it has tungsten or something too. Anyways, once you get the smelter up, you now have a way to power the generator, so having the smelter and the soil centrifuge makes this a base as long as there's an oxygenator involved as well. It's extremely useful, and the whole reason you're setting up here and getting tethers is because you want to get bytes, or maybe some other resource. Either way, this remains the truth. It's 10 times easier to do it with these here items. Soil centrifuge and smelter. Alright, so hopefully the rest of the episode should go a lot more smoothly than before. Basically, you want a backpack full of tethers. You want to start heading down here, and basically just make a trail between... where they at? These things right here. Because you probably already know, because it's not too uncommon, it's pretty popular in fact, to gather bytes off these when you get to Glacio, because they're so powerful compared to doing it on the home planet, or even having to set up research chambers and stuff here to do it that way. So you just want to make a line across, just randomly through the caves, full backpack full of tethers line, and then after you do that, I would probably do it again, just so you can have more. And these rocks, they do regenerate over time, so you can do this again after you make the lines, but if you make 2 lines, you won't need to wait for it to regenerate before you can start doing some pretty heavy stuff. So I'm going to turn this into a time lapse, because it really doesn't take that long to do, but also it's boring to just sit here for the whole thing, so I'll turn it into a time lapse for that very reason. Alright guys, that is that. Alright, I got 12k bytes, which is less than you should probably get if you do the same amount of tethers as me, because the first line I did was so stupid. Alright, definitely go in a straight line like I didn't on that first one. On the second one I went in a straight line though, and I got way more for it. Curving your tethers is just a mistake, because if you make a straight line, you can go away from the tethers, then come back to them, and continue that straight line. Way more efficient. Anyways, that's going to have to do it for this episode, and I know that that's pretty freaking short of an episode, but I had to edit the crap out of it because my head wasn't on straight today and I couldn't think at all or even speak for that matter. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you guys like these summary style videos, so definitely feel free to comment down below if you do, and I'll just keep it like this, keep doing it this way, try to improve upon it even, make it even better. But you know what? Even though the episode was short, and I do consider that a loss, at the end of the day, there is a bright side. I found another medium generator, which is definitely a great thing because I have been needing one of these for a long time.